Welcome back to Mike's Man Cave and welcome back to another van life video update. The van's parked right here and we've got it fixed. There was a lot more than a water pump that needed doing, so what we ended up doing, and I didn't film any of this because I was just too flustered at the time trying to get this van going again because I need it for work. And also this weekend coming, like in 2 days time, I'm going on what I call a parts run down the east coast, and we're going probably all the way down to Wollongong and maybe even past Wollongong to pick up parts. I've also got to go to the Apple store where I've got an appointment booked in to get my phone repaired, and hopefully they'll sort that out. And we're going to do that trip in the van because we'll be sleeping in the van. I'm not paying $150 or $200 a night for accommodation when I've got a perfectly good van. So what we ended up doing to the van is we replaced the water pump, we replaced the timing belt because it needed doing while we had it pulled out, and there's also a small secondary timing belt that drives the oil pump, possibly, I believe. We changed that. We did change all the tensioner pulleys and all the bearings and all the pulleys. So basically we changed the whole front of the motor, and it turned out to be a big job. It was an absolute nightmare. I've never worked on a van before, and I've got to say I did not really enjoy working in that confined space under the seat. But it is what it is, and we do have it fixed, and it is back on the road and it's running better than ever. However, as you saw in the previous video, if you follow my channel, we did cause some damage to the car, and I am on the lookout for another sliding sight door to replace the one I've got. I wasn't really happy with the one I've got there anyway, and hitting that wallaby and the damage it caused to the door, which we'll have a look at in a second, has given me the motivation to start searching for another door. I just want another whole door. Look, I could probably repair it and spray paint, and I just couldn't be bothered. The going rate for a replacement door is probably around $150 to $200, and it's already painted, hopefully the right colour, and then it'll just be a 20-minute job to bolt it on and it's fixed, rather than spending 2 days body filling, sanding, panel beating, painting, and I probably won't be happy with it anyway because I'm not a panel beater and I'm not a spray painter. I've also bought myself a little present for the van, which will be really good for the road trip, and I have already fitted one to the car just to see how it all fits, and I'm really happy with it. And they're just side weather shields for the windows, so you can have your windows down a crack and you don't have all that wind blowing in too much when you're going down the freeway or motorway. And what I also like about it is when you're camping in the van, you can have your windows down a few centimetres and it won't matter if it rains, or people won't be able to tell that your window's down, and it just gives you some extra ventilation. So let's go and have a look at the van and see what it looks like now after all the repairs are done and after all the damage that's been caused by the Australian wildlife issues that we have over here. So there's the van there, and it is looking quite clean because I did give it a quick wash after we did all the repairs, and ready for the road trip in 2 days time. Now I'm hoping I did a good job with the repairs, because if I didn't, I might be calling for a tow truck or for the rescue trailer again. So there we go, and there's no weather shield on this side yet, but this is what the van looks like at this very minute. We've got all our wheels done, as you probably saw in the previous video, and let's walk around the front of it and check out the other side. Now here's the damage that was caused. It's probably a bit hard to see, but it's pushed all this part in, and I'm not sure how well that shows up in the video with it being white, but you can see damage and cracks there. Hopefully that will show up in the video. So all this part's been pushed in, but I'll probably just push that back out and I won't worry about it. I mean, it's a 2007 van and it is a work van, so I'm not going to bother with this too much. I'm just going to go in there and push that back out as good as I can, and I think that's where it's going to stay. And then you can see the damage here. There's some slight dents pushed in there. Again, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then you can see the marks along here, if they show up on the camera. And you can see there where it's taken the big chunk out of the paint. And obviously there's quite a few layers of paint by the look of that. And this is one of the reasons I wasn't really happy with this door. I got this door pretty much for free and I was using it. And I was planning to match it up to the rest of the van, because if you stand back here, it's not the same colour. Someone's attempted to paint it and it wasn't me. This is how I got it. So hopefully on my road trip I will find another door, and if not, I'll just keep on looking. I did touch that damage up there just so it doesn't stand out too much. That was actually grey primer before I just sprayed some white paint on there just to make it look a little bit better. And there we go. And there's the weather shield that I'm talking about. These were $78 off eBay. They are quite nice. And as you can see, I've got the window down there, and that's actually how I've got the window most of the time now when I'm driving. It is really pleasant that way. There's no wind noise and there's nice air circulating inside the car as you're driving down the motorway. You can't even tell that the window is open, which is really good. I like that. So let's go around and fit the other one and then we'll finish off this video. There you go, all done now, that easy. I'll leave that now till tomorrow, and I've got one more day of work before we head off to Sydney. Now if you've got any questions about anything you saw in today's video, leave your question down below and I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button, not the van, for more videos from Mike's Man Cave. Thanks for watching and bye for now. Well, there you go. Something else I need to clean up. The joys of having a puppy.